All right, folks, come in. Um, Happy New Year. I'm a little tired. I just finished up a show on Broadway. Well, I zoomed from my living room to Broadway, so my throat's a little funky. I got tea, water, ginger ale, all that fun stuff. Um, a happy New Year. Um, so here's to 2020, two of the greatest months of my life. And that's all I'll say about that. All right. Welcome to what is technically episode 39 of streaming live from my living room. It is a politically free zone, although it's fair to warn you that all day long, like every 20 minutes, my wife just yells out, "Fucking Mitch McConnell!" And then we just kind of wait, and then Sparky flies around like that. So that could happen. In fact, earlier today, I was trying to time the 20-minute screams in between her saying "fucking Mitch McConnell" and the next one, and I actually cooked a pizza, and it came in right around at 20 minutes. So if you hear that, that's not an invitation to go Postal Susie in the chat. There's Sparky in the house. Sparky would have nothing to do with the 8 o'clock New York Zoom. In fact, she went and left this room and went in another room. So dedication right there. This has been a painful New Year's Eve for me. It's 30 years in show business. It took me this long to figure out how to make money. New Year's Eve, the annual Emmaus Fire Company #1 show is designed to be at 8 o'clock and finish early so that we're all home by 10. And we're all home by 10, so I have achieved that accidentally. But also, it took me a few years to figure this out. I had these yard signs made up, and as you can see, there's no date on them. It just says New Year's Eve, so they are good every fucking year, except this one. So, fuck me in a bucket of goo. I hope you're having a nice New Year. This is most definitely weird. New Year's Eve shows in Emmaus are fantastic. I get to see a bunch of people that I don't normally get to see, so I don't get to see them now this year. That's kind of a little bit weird. I'm going to have a little bit of throat tea here. So the Broadway Comedy Club Zoom was a lot of fun because it was with a friend of mine, Jim Mandrinos, who I know forever, and I had tricked him into coming to a show in East Greenville a while ago, and he came in. It was in November, and he came in and his arms were like this. I'm like, "Dude, it's cold now. You gotta wear a coat." He said, "I'm not cold. I'm just frightened. I never drove in total darkness before, and there were fucking animals or people running around this way and that." And I said, "Oh, you must have come in past the trailer park." And he went, "Fuck, I went past the trailer park and I didn't see it. And I actually wanted to go down there today and take a picture of the trailer park to zoom it to him at the Zoom that I just did, but wasn't happening." So the Broadway Comedy Club, I did have a show there a couple of years ago, and you need 12 people to run a show. I had 12 friends in New York who begged me to run that show because they said, "We can't make it to Pennsylvania." And then if they each bring one, that gets me up to like 24. Woohoo! And the fuckers didn't show up. One of them had the brass balls to check in on Facebook at a different fucking bar in New York. So if you ever go up to New York and you walk around Times Square, there's peckerheads there that try to lure you to comedy clubs. It's so humiliating. I became one of those guys. And they sell it to you like it's street heroin. They're like, "Psst, you're like comedy?" Well, who the fuck doesn't like comedy? That's this dumb fucking question, but you don't trust it, so you just say no, and then you walk away. And so I really sucked at that, so we didn't do the show, but other fantastic friends / fans of mine came from New Jersey, and they cheered me up by taking me out to a dinner. that we couldn't afford because we couldn't run the show. So, long story even longer, New Year's Eve, Times Square, a lot of people want to go there. I wouldn't have the slightest idea why. Because I did a little Googling last year to get those slots on TV, so you're right there where the balls fall down at midnight. People got to get there fucking 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and you can't leave the line to pee. So there's people at midnight when the balls drop, man, lots of balls are going to drop. That's fucking 16 hours, 18 hours of standing wedged in, and you're not really supposed to drink there. I mean, I think people put liquor in their boots and all that shit, but so to be able to stand for 18 hours to ring in the new year in the cold, not being able to pee and not drink, sounds like a really fucking horrible New Year. So, but anyway, Happy New Year. Chat donations coming in. Kevin Keller in the house. If I miss people, but the donations are so appreciative, and if I miss a thank you, I'm very sorry, but I do try to perform and say, oh, look, here, I have money. Oh, 3 Amish walked into a bar. Oh, look, here, I have money. So it's a little bit awkward. Last week, weird shit happened in my live stream. I was out of sync, and I was this way and that, and I was going to restart the stream, and people were saying, no, just keep going. It's like being out of sync is like a Godzilla movie. Which is not the desired effect. So this pushes me to my GoFundMe to raise money to get a MacBook so I can stream and hardwire it with the Ethernet cord. I am streaming from a mobile device with a wireless internet connection. It's the dumbest fucking idea that anybody's ever had. That's why shit goes wrong. And when you say you're out of sync, well, I'm fucking streaming from wireless. It's not really. We here in the future of technology were never meant to live by streaming wireless. Not for a fucking hour. So if you can donate to the GoFundMe, fantastic. And if not, we all thought we were getting $2,000, but as my wife has been saying every 20 minutes all day, fucking Mitch McConnell. So, it's not critical if I get that, but the donations, I think I'm about it. I need $1,500, and I think I'm creeping up on like 700. That's badass. So, and once I get that, assuming that I get it, things aren't going to be fun like the next day. I'm going to have to learn all that shit, and shit will go wrong. And then you peckerheads who I love will be there going, go back to streaming mobile where you're out of sync and all that. So, not me, a bucket of goo. Another donation coming in. Steven, I cannot say his name, and even if he tells me in how he types it, I still wouldn't be able to say it. But that's fantastic. Thank you for that donation. That's badass. Sparky's on the shoulder here. Let me do a toast. It's, let's see, I'm definitely using cheater notes here. I did some, the fun of doing the live stream with the Zooming people, and I don't want to mock people, but a lot of these comedians, people I know and love, they're really not used to streaming or Zooming. It's completely awkward, and they actually it's like a private show kind of, and people Zoom in, and you can hear some people laughing, and that's worse than not hearing anyone, because when you're in a comedy club and you crack a joke and you hear the 100 people laughing, that's badass. But when there's like 20 people that are zoomed in and some of them are muted, you only hear like 1 or 2 people laughing and clapping because they got the balls to be unmute. You're like, but anyway, that was actually a lot of fun. I'm doing another one of those tomorrow night, and I'm on the fence about streaming live Saturday night, because that would be 3 nights in a row. And I know what you peckerheads who I love, you go with me, go ahead, just do it. It's no problem, just do it. Just go again Saturday night. Yeah, well, maybe I will. What do you think about that? So here we go. Strolling down Amnesia Lane here, New Year's Eve at the Mass Fire Company number 1. A thing that I miss is that's a show that I run. And over the years, trying to figure out how to sell tickets is tricky because that's one of those clubs, it's a social hall, and if you don't have the magic credit card to get in, you can't get in. But the bar up there would sell tickets for me. People smoke in the bar, and that pisses off other people. So we were selling them online. Sometimes you can get them at the door. But like I say, for the whole month of December, I'll be running around in the fucking cold trying to move these signs all around. And I had like 15 of them, but I move them because I'm OCD, and if I move them around a lot, it makes it seem like there's fucking 30 signs. And people steal them. That's kind of... It's either they steal them... Wait a minute. If they steal them and they're fans, they kind of fuck me because that's my promo. And if they steal them and they're not fans, what the fuck's wrong with people that they have to take this sign down? So what I do, because I run that show, I got a sound system just for that show and a couple others. But I missed today actually going in there, knowing 150 people were coming and counting chairs and realizing they only had 100 chairs set up. But all the chairs are downstairs, and then I run up and down the stairs and I set up chairs and I count, more set up, and then I count, I recount. Totally missed that. It's funny the things you think you're gonna. There's no planet where I thought I would miss running around Emmaus with my fucking yard signs, planting them in people's yards, and running up and down steps to get chairs for people. But I miss it. Congratulations, universe. Well done. Peeking through here. There's a stupid joke that I told at the New York Zoom, is that I love going to New York, and I go through the Lincoln Tunnel. I never have to pay because, look, Abraham Lincoln, it's my tunnel. And they're so fucking stupid, they believe me, and they let me in. Welcome to New York, Mr. Lincoln. I hope you enjoy your trip there. Because they didn't pass history. They don't fucking know if he's alive or not. So that's a lot of good fun. Pissing and moaning here, as I was so fond of saying before, is that I yelled at myself and I said, I should never say that I'm not prepared because I've been doing this 30 years and I should be prepared. But again, tonight, I'm not prepared. And then the idea hallway trolls have a battle. Say, you said you weren't going to fucking say that. Well, I don't always listen to me. How about that? And that's been going on. Think it's easy being me. It totally isn't. Look at these donations coming. You peckerheads, I mean that in a nice way. That's Rockstar. My plan for this night, New Year's Eve, was always going to just be to wing it and throw out some of what I call the all-star hits, if there is such a thing. My aqua lungs, if you will, hit singles. So I was pissing and moaning about the. I do like having groceries delivered. That's actually not new. That's Throwback Thursday. That's what that is, because everything used to be delivered to our homes. Groceries. You could get a case of beer delivered to your home. Anything, man. Avon lady would show up. I never bought nothing, but she had a sweet ass, and I was lonely, and I was just leafed through the fall catalog there, and that's a joke that sounds disrespectful to my wife, because I've been with her forever. So that I actually made up. I actually never invited an Avon lady in my house, because she had a sweet ass, and I was lonely, but it's kind of a funny bit until I ruin it for you all. But my wife is right back there going, who the hell is this Avon lady with the sweet ass? Fucking Mitch McConnell. You see how that works? That's how it works around here. So we got that going on, and I was pissing and moaning about. Is that what I'm gonna do tonight? I'm gonna say, here's what I said at my other show. What a fucking dick I am. It was nice though. I did mock Zoom. There's like 9 people, comedians, whatever, and then we can all see each other. Um, and I did a whole bunch of them the last couple of weeks. Tonight was the first night, and I didn't even know I was mocking them because I know these people. I'm like, wow, it's kind of cool because it's New Year's Eve. Everybody got dressed up. They were all dolled up and they had on nice dresses and fancy shirts and all that shit and ties. I'm like, I'm used to you peckerheads just looking like you fucking crawled out of bed, so I appreciate you getting dressed up for the night. Then they laughed, and I didn't even know that was funny. Just an observation. And in case you're wondering, having a cockatiel sit on your shoulder and just hang out is as fucking badass as it looks. Although she does the thing when she's happy that could push some people over the cuckoo's nest. Where I love, she's actually chews at nothing. I could move over there, she could hear it. It's like, I love that sound because I know she's happy. But that's pretty badass rock star right there. I'm reflecting over things that I have missed this past year. Roller coasters. Painful to not ride roller coasters. As I've said before, you've heard all this shit before, but it's New Year's Eve. Cut me some fucking slack. I didn't even start drinking yet, but I'm gonna fucking hit that shit tonight. First roller coaster I ever went on, Hershey Park, Storm Runner, goes 0 to 72 in only 2 seconds. Now, even if you use the Mississippi method, that's not a lot of time. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, you're fucking gone. Now, normally, I do a more of a you're fucking gone and pow. But a cockatiel on my shoulder and I don't want to fuck up her New Year's Eve. So 2 seconds is not enough time to process any amount of terror. 72 miles. I'm the first Amish ever to be up over 30, so you understand the hell and the horror that's going through my system. Just the terror didn't even hit me until an amount of time unknown to me this very day when I was standing happily in line for a snow cone and I screamed and shit in my pants. I was like, oh! Sorry, Sparky. Sir, are you okay? Oh, I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Blue raspberry, sure, $38 seems fair for a medium. Here, take it all. Oh. So that leads me on to the Ferris wheel. I don't like Ferris wheels. They scare the fuck out of me. And Ferris wheel people tend to be afraid of roller coasters. Roller coaster people tend to be afraid of Ferris wheels. I'm here to speak on behalf of the roller coaster people. We don't think we're going to die on the 4,000 foot drop, 9 million miles an hour. That's the fun part. Yahoo! We think we're going to die on that slow hill up. And that's what the Ferris wheel is, nothing but a never-ending clockwork Amish mindfuck of slow hills up with no payoff whatsoever. I'm going to die up. I'm going to die up. I'm going to die up. Oh, I'm going to die down. I'm going to die down. I'm going to die down. I'm going to die around again. We're going around again. How many times does this thing go around? I don't know. You don't fucking know. You don't fucking know. You put me on this death wheel and you don't fucking know, you motherfucker. Then it stops at the top because some assholes want to get on and then the wind's blowing the thing back and forth and I didn't take a pill. There's no seatbelt on this thing and I'm thinking of just leaping off this motherfucker to prove a point. So they changed the thrill level from a 2 to a 9 where it ought to be. And there's no bragging rights with the Ferris wheel. Nobody gets off the Ferris wheel, buys a t-shirt and a keychain. Says, did you see me? I rode the balls out of the thing. We went around and around and around. I didn't know how many times. And that brings me to technology, which I love, that we don't need. Oh, someone said the teacups. Teacups always make me throw up. I can't go around. I just can't fucking go around in a circle. It's the most horrible thing. But technology we don't need is at the amusement park. The roller coaster photo. Nobody looks good screaming down a 200-foot drop. G-forces coming out of your ass. Beard hairs are going up my nose. You actually look better home on the toilet with a diarrhea than you do screaming down a 200-foot drop. And when you look worse than you ever look in your life, click, just in case you'd like to preserve this magical near-death experience in the form of a $38 keychain. Allowing for the fact that I don't make any of this shit up, When I got off Steel Force in Dorney Park with this head, people were buying my picture that aren't me. Look, I want that guy right there. That's not you. I don't care. I want the mug and the t-shirt, and we'll get him to sign it. Look, I rode that thing with a werewolf. You motherfuckers. As I told them in my Broadway show, my stories don't really have a point or an end to them.
Someone said they've heard of a double Ferris wheel.
A double Ferris wheel. Did somebody said there's a double Ferris wheel? Is that, did you have to get off the one to get on the other one? I think I'm the first person ever to scream at their wife from a Ferris wheel, because I got tricked. My wife back there, she's such a sweetheart, but she tricked me into going on the fucking Ferris wheel because our granddaughter said, it would make him happy. Would it make the children happy if Pappy went on the Ferris wheel? I'm coming down the Ferris wheel. That's it. You're finished. I want a divorce. Well, I really didn't, but it was funny, and nobody ever yelled at their wife or their grandchildren that they wanted a divorce. Come around the Ferris wheel. But the floodgates cleared for me to get off that thing, I'll tell you that. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. I am just completely all over the place. Oh, in case they're wondering, I'm feeling nostalgic tonight, so I will be performing McDonald's, all right? Spoilers, I'll be doing it. In the Zoom that I did, I wanted to do it, but they moved the positions of the Zooming comedians around. I was actually going to try to Zoom the F-bomb choir with the other comedians, but that's more of a closing bit, and that thing went on without me, so we might have a whack at that tomorrow night. Since I'm pissing and moaning here, in this country, we have lost our manners. I would like us to return to apologizing. Years ago, people would walk past you, and they'd step on your foot, and they'd turn around. Oh, I'm so sorry. Now, people step on your foot, and they turn around and go, what the fuck was your foot doing there? Oh, apologize. It's the quickest way to take the burden of the act of assholery off your shoulders and lay it squarely on those who now must forgive you. I apologize just as quickly as humanly possible. Well, I don't accept your apology. Well, fuck you, you only get one. Now you're the dick. How about that? So, and guys can't apologize to their women. It's a sign of weakness, ladies. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with us, and I blame our friends. Whenever we fuck up, we have a meeting with our man friends. We don't call them boyfriends because we have some masculinity issues here. But our friends will say, don't apologize. Yeah, but I'm the dick. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Hold your ground. And the reason, ladies, that we can't apologize is we are worried you will read a lack of sincerity on our faces. The apology won't stick, and we won't get sucked off, and we will have apologized for nothing. That's the thing there. So I have a loophole there. Text apologies are the shit. I have 15 pre-written apologies in my phone for all occasions, and now I will have to rewrite them because my wife is back there and she knows all that shit. But I can point and click my way out of trouble at the red light. I would happily take a $60 ticket for texting at the red light, knowing my life will be happy when I get home. That's a good bargain right there. So text apologies, boom, roasted. These fast food places, that's another one. They fuck up our orders and they blame us. I'm not stable. I know this to be true, but I'm not so far gone over the cuckoo's nest that I order food that I don't like. Those days are coming, but right now I'm sane enough to order food that I actually like, and I hate mustard. And when I say hate, there's no pill that I could take that would stop me from, after biting into mustard, from sawing off my own legs and running right into a train. That's how much I hate mustard. So I will say no mustard more times than what I tell them peckerheads not to put the mustard on. And because we're assholes, then I check it in the parking lot. And because women are smarter than men, my wife notices that them assholes are watching. She goes, it's a little uncomfortable because they're watching out the window that you're checking, and it's a trust issue thing, and they know that you don't trust them, and because I'm a dick, I'm like, I hope they are watching. Take a good look, because I don't trust you motherfuckers. Just make a note, the werewolf doesn't like fucking mustard. Then I won't have to go through this every fucking week. And then again, bad habit I picked up from city guys is when shit goes wrong, we tend to blame our women when they never had nothing to do with it. My wife was clearly not on the other side of that counter when them assholes put mustard on my cheeseburger, but she would take the brunt of my rage when I bit into it at home. Motherfucker, this is all your fucking fault. I asked you, should I check it in the parking lot? You said, oh no, they're afraid of the werewolf. They know you don't like mustard. You and that cocksucker probably in cahoots, aren't you? Why don't you send him a text message? Yeah, it worked. He bit into it. He's really fucking mad. You want to lock the doors and film it. He's going to go viral on the YouTube. LOL. Oh, I will take it back. And I have a pill left, but I don't want to calm down. I don't want to calm down. I want an apology. I want the food I know I ordered. And I want one of those little frozen chocolate desserts that I won't eat because it gives me diarrhea. But it's the principle of the thing. And then peckerheads, they blame you, the customer that's always right. Be leery of the tilted head. When you go in there and you're all fucking pissed off, there's mustard on my cheeseburger. Be leery of this move. Well, did you order it with mustard? Normal me would know that's a stupid question and just go fucking Postal Susie on them. But it's like a Jedi mind trick, and it works every time. And I get all apologetic, and I'm not mad anymore, and I'm a little smaller, and I'm apologizing for my life. I'm going to say, here's the thing. I hate mustard, but I'm also mildly retarded and suffer from multiple personality disorder. So what might have happened was the well-adjusted me with the proper medication drove us here, and then my pill wore off, and the evil Lord Voldemort, he who shall not be named me, said, why don't you put mustard upon his cheeseburger to torture him to madness? Ah! That's one possible thing to happen. Of course, we should explore a second line of thought where one of you morons fucked up my order. I got either that happen or that. Maybe we have to use a cash cab shout out to fucking sort it out. I don't know. They relax my shoulders because I think I'm going to fix my sandwich. And these scrapple-sucking, masturbating Mennonites have the audacity to open up the fucking cheeseburger to make sure there's actually mustard on there because he thinks that's the kind of fucking thing that I would lie about. Oh, sure, my family's home having dinner, and I thought it would be fun to come back here like a fucking wild lunatic, screaming like a nut, driving extras, you sucking up fucking gas money and going ape shit, and then just to make a dick out of you. But I'm not stable, and I'm starting to wonder if I imagine the whole thing. So now, after yelling at this poor kid, I'm standing there as he opens up a cheeseburger going, please let there be mustard on there. Please let there be mustard on there. Again, stories don't really have a point or an ending. Maybe a little bit of throat tea here. Check that cup out. You know what that says? That says, motherfucking tea time. Happy New Year, everyone. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Trust me on this. I mean, I knew in March we were going to be fucked till now, so just trust me that we'll be okay. Fucking Merc Macron. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. Alright, so here we go. Once again, women smarter than men. Guys, learn to enjoy having a brain that's more intense than yours. Women pull off the same amount of shit that men pull off, except they're smart enough to not get caught. You never knew there was a fucking crime. They pull shit off, no evidence of. Guys, we are so fucking stupid. We pull shit off, and then we lie. And we get caught in that lie, then we lie about the lie about the lie, till you can't believe one lying word that comes out of our fucking lying mouths, and then the trust is gone. He says, I did. I put my shoes on. And then they got to look because they're used to you lying. Okay, I'll spot you that one. Crying out loud. They do. They pull shit off. You never knew there was a crime. You can look for your favorite pair of underwear with 38 holes in them until the cows come home. She threw them the fuck out. That's not what makes her smarter than you. She will help you look for them. Oh, you must feel terrible. I know that's your favorite pair. I'll help you look for them. I'll keep an eye out for them. And don't you worry. If they don't turn up soon, we'll go over to Walmart and we'll get you a new pair of underwear and I'll put a few starter holes in there for you. How about that? Get in the chat here. That's right. Well, the McDonald's burger does come all fucking loaded. That's why I've been vegetarian 280 some odd days, so I'm not even worried about a fucking cheeseburger anymore. So, what my beautiful wife has done to me, she tricked me into loving cats. I spent 55 years of my life happily hating cats, and now I am a cat whisperer. I love cats, and I fucking hate that I love cats. How about that? And here's the kick in the Amish balls. I'm allergic. I got tricked into loving something that sucks the very fucking breath out of my fucking lungs. Who's a cute little... That's a fucking smart person that can trick you into loving something that sucks the fucking breath out of your lungs. And there was this feral cat, Mary, put food out for it outside. My wife did it, and she put the food out, and she was called away out of town to go visit her sister. Touch the cat because he could have rabies or some shit wrong with it, and because guys are assholes. As soon as she's out the door, I'm like, nobody's gonna tell me if I'm touch a cat. I'll touch a fucking cat if I want to touch a fucking cat. So I'm back there fucking petting Mary and all this happy horse shit. And now Mary is fucking technically my cat. And they gotta hide her upstairs because she'll fucking want to kill the cockatiel. And I've tried so much to hate that fucking cat. But it's so fucking cute. When I do a road trip, when I get home at 3 o'clock in the morning, nobody gives a fuck that I'm home. And that's a lie because she does even if she's sleeping. But it's funnier this way. Except that fucking cat because it's nocturnal. I'll go upstairs at 3 o'clock in the morning, take a dump, indoor plumbing. Still gives me a thrill. And that cat will sex around my boots while I'm on the toilet. Oh, I've missed you. That's a good friend who'll visit you on the toilet. None of my friends roll around down there with a Heineken after the Eagles lose. Says, I need some corn shine here. Wife, did you just yell out fucking Mitch McConnell? So, alright, moving right along here. This is just such a bizarre night. Drive safely home if you're getting really fucked up. That's not funny because you probably should be at home right now. Ding. Okay, so now we got here mustard on my cheeseburger. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. Oh, okay. See some more what I call from the All-Star collection here. I'm sorry, 2 shows in a night. I knew it was a bad idea. Still not sure if I'm going on Saturday or not. I'll whore the hell out of this thing if I do it. Comedians that I was hanging out with tonight, we've all lost money from snow. That's been a big pain in the ass. Pre-pandemic, I had a show that was snowed out, and then it got rescheduled, and then it got pandemic out, and it got rescheduled, and it got pandemic out again. But the weatherman, every year they go, it's going to be the worst winter we ever had, and every winter can't be the worst one we ever had. There have to be a few not so bad winters. And Peckerheads come on your TV. I had 2 shows sold out to Sellersville Theater. Dagger, day after Christmas. I didn't do way back long ago. I was going to make a metric fuck ton of money. The weatherman comes on my TV uninvited the night before, not one fucking flake of snow on the ground, smiling like a peckerhead to beat the band. And he goes, Saturday night, we're expecting anywhere from 2 to 30 inches. Now, that's enough of your fucking bullshit. You can't fucking say 2 to 30. You gotta pin that shit down. You could say 2 to 4 or 26 to 30. What am I, some dumb whore at the happy hour you're trying to get in my pants? Hey, baby, I got either 2 or 30 inches right here. I don't know. Maybe I'm hung like a Barbie Ken doll. Maybe there's nothing in there. You gotta pin that fucking shit down. We don't live in a 2 to 30 world. Try that shit on your woman. Honey, I'll be home by 7 or a week from next Tuesday. You gotta pin that fucking shit down. Worst winter we ever had. Boom, roasted. it's past Sparky's bedtime, and when I'm moving around, she takes a polite little whack up my head, but she gets all hair, so it don't matter. Oh my shit! I'm peeking in the chat. It's kind of weird because then when I see myself and then my head is down, then I'm aware that I'm not really looking at you there, but I'm looking in over here. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Oh, Lehigh Valley, 1980. You were my first live comic you've ever seen. Then they were up to Penn's Peak show. That's badass. I'm gonna take a bragging rights credit here. I don't know exactly what year it was. I am the first comedian, at least in the Lehigh Valley, to run a no smoking show. I did it over Days Inn, 309 and 22 there. Giant ballroom, 500, 600, 700 people. And then the numbers were whittling down, and people that I knew, fans, are like, I'm not going, man. There's too much smoke in there. So I ran the first non-smoking show, and they fought me on it. If they don't smoke, they're not going to drink. That's how it goes. Just fucking selling bottled water, for fuck's sake. So that was awesome, and it was accurate. The more people showed up for the no smoking show, and they spent money on spring water, and then all the smokers came the next night. But it kind of backfired a little bit because the smoking show, apparently people thought you had to smoke because it was sold that way. A no smoking show and a smoking show. It said it on the ticket. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. No smoking show, smoking show. So apparently people that didn't even want to smoke smoked that night because it said fucking smoking show. But first guy to run a no smoking show, fucking boom, roasted. Checking out some more notes here. Fucking New Year's Eve. Oh, that's the thing I forgot to tell you about is that I do whatever you're running a show, which I love to do. It's a lot. I got tickets printed up, and I get yard signs and run them all around. Network with the fire company, who's been incredible to me, and just trying to take care of all that shit. And then it's most definitely nice to get money, and I have money, which is good because we have the relatives that you haven't seen yet, so then you can have second and third Christmas. So all that money's gone, but because I've become so obsessed with running that show, when I get home at 10 or 10:30, and my wife does a lot to help me run those shows as well, so we're both busy doing shit. We don't have any really good food in the house New Year's Eve by tradition. It's the dumbest fucking thing. We just don't think of it. There's too much shit going on. So I'll get home 10:30, put on my casual clothing, which is really black shirt and black jeans, but it's a little different than what I have on. Then I would go over to Stripper Wawa on Lehigh Street, and the only reason it's called Stripper Wawa is because it used to be next to a strip club, which is long gone, and the stripper club sign stayed there a long fucking time, and I go over there, and I beep, 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 in, and bring, that would be our New Year's Eve dinner, and it was really fucking nice and amazing. It sounds kind of stupid, but it just became a kind of a tradition. So, and I'm sure as fuck not going over there tonight. That story definitely doesn't have a point or an end to it. So, how about this in the chat? What's everybody drinking? Right now, I'm drinking water, but I'm going to be hitting some liquor when this fucker's wrapped up. Pork roast, sauerkraut, hot dog. You're drinking? Somebody's drinking pork roast? That's like an Amish drink, right? Sauerkraut slammers. Woohoo! Alright, so that's pretty badass there. No, I can't put a cough drop in there because then when I try to talk about it'll look bad. Trust me on that. So I don't have the slightest idea what I should have done a survey to ask you peckerheads. I mean in a nice way. what would you like to hear? So I'm just choosing some of the things that I like. I'm like some it's kind of assholes for me to like some of my own show, but I do football. It's one of those games that I try to like it, but I just can't because the hardcore football fan, when your team loses, you are fucking mad all week long, and it just burns at you like a fucking cancer scar all week long. And by Tuesday, you are so fucking mad, you're phoning in sports talk radio shows demanding that grown men get fired because you're unhappy. You gotta trade him. Every week we lose. Get him the fuck out of there. I can't live like this. I wish they had a phone-in talk show for normal people's jobs. Tuesday, I'd phone in the bank teller show. Get that fucking Becky out of First Sovereign or whatever the fuck they call the bank now. Get her the fuck out of there. I'm short my paycheck every week, $10 fucking. I can't live like this, motherfuckers. So, I basically have a very happy life. And I can't possibly turn the happiness of my life over to strangers in spandex that if they fuck up, I'm miserable every week. So I don't do it. So here's what I do. I record the game of the team that I like. I do a spoiler, find out if they won. And if they won, I can watch the game, turn it into a drinking game, knowing that every fuck up, fumble, or blunder doesn't affect the game. And if they didn't win, fuck it. I'll not watch it. They're not going to get 3 hours off my fucking life. No fucking way, because I know how it fucking ended. And then fuckers, I taunt the players too, because your team, you know they're going to win, but the game starts bad, and they fumble, and the other team runs one in the fucking end zone, and then again, it happens again, and there's only 2 minutes off the clock, and your team's losing, fucking 14-0, and that motherfucker's out there, doing snow angels and all that shit. I taunt them back. Yeah, dance it up, bitch. Wait till you see how this thing ends. Right there, man. So that drives me fucking nuts. The penalties really piss me off. Penalties are cheating. Let's make no mistake about that. Because men have egos, and if I beat that guy on the field and I do this and that, I sort of made a dick out of him. So now I'm open, and he's going to throw the ball to me, and I will score a touchdown. That pisses off the guy that I just faked out. You can't fucking fake me out like that, motherfucker. And he kicks him in the fucking balls, and the penalty flag goes. That's really a dick move to do a flagrant penalty on someone, stop them from having their fucking glory. And then they throw the fucking penalty flag at him, and these gladiators turn into a bunch of drama queens performing Shakespeare in the park. Who dare throw the flag of shame at my feet? You know me to be a man of honor. There is your villain. Fucking man up, admit what you did. If you can't say it to their face, send the referee a text. I'm so sorry, and I did this. I don't know what happened to me, and then just fucking move things on. But man up, own your fucking penalties. Penalty 88. Yeah, I did it, and I do it again. I'm a hero. Didn't you see what happened? That asshole behind me was out of position. I saved a touchdown. I got one split second to think, so I grabbed that bitch by the nuts, and I threw him in a fucking Gatorade. I'm a hero. I saved the fucking score. What you gonna do? Back me up 15 yards and let me dry my tears with that little yellow flag. Oh. Then there's more wasted time. They have the referees have that little tea party, and just all these guys with their stripy shirts, and they're having like a little tea party in there, and the gladiators are trying to eavesdrop and are trying to listen in, and they shoo them off, and you think they're arguing about the play. No, they're arguing about which one of them gets to perform the interpretive dance explaining what happened on the penalty, because the referees have family that come to those fucking games too, so they want to they want the center spotlight so they can show off all their fun shit because their family's there. That's what's going on in that little tea party circle. It's my turn. No, you had the last one. It was only offsides. I only got to do this. My family's here. I want to do this. Oh, and it's funnier if you could see the lower part of my whatever. Well, that's the thing too I like about ice hockey, which I got hooked on right away. When there's a penalty on an ice hockey player, there's no arguing. They know they did it. They know they did it But the play is blown dead, the whistle blows, and the man who did it skates off, fucking pissed, and somehow feeling accomplished, knowing that he whacked that motherfucker with a stick. There's no finger pointing, there's no arguing. He skates into the naughty boy box, and he sits down all fucking pissed for 2 minutes. Not only does he not deny it, he taunts whoever he just whacked with a stick. You think that was bad, motherfucker? You just wait. In 2 minutes, I'm coming out of here. And I'll put more of your blood on this fucking stick. 2 fucking minutes. That's what you got. You got 2 fucking minutes, Mr. Skatey Pants out there. And I'm going to be out there. That's fucking badass. I like that. So the other problem with football is, for me, after 8 or 9 beers, guys think they're on the team. Grown men march around fucking green leather pants, beating their chest in the market, and I say, "We won! We won! Oh, did you see it? We won!" I saw it, but I don't remember seeing you on the ESPN highlights. What position do you play exactly? Drunken asshole on the couch up there in Quakertown? I missed you on the fucking highlight reel. That's the warning that should be on the side of a case of beer. Again, women are smarter than men. The beer says, caution, pregnant women should not drink this. And women aren't that fucking stupid. They don't walk in there to buy beer and then read it when they're pregnant. Oh, pregnant women shouldn't drink this. Oh, motherfucker, that's too bad. I guess I'll just go get some Gatorade. No, the warning on the side of the case of beer should be, caution. Excess consumption of this product may cause you to actually believe you're on the team. You're not. You're just a drunken asshole on the couch up there in Quakertown. Settle the fuck down. How about that? I hope we're having fun. Somebody like Referee Tea Party. I do like that too. There's the stripy shirts, and I like when they shoo them off. And I really sucked. It's going to sound terrible. I've sucked a lot of the gay stuff out of my show because if you don't present it properly, it is taken the wrong way. But I am a theater geek. I love Broadway. I love theater. And because I don't sit and watch football Sunday afternoon, people used to taunt me and say, "Oh, you must be gay. You're going up to see Broadway instead of watching football." If you're going to bash me as possibly being gay, and what's the line from Seinfeld? Not that there's anything wrong with that. You need to present something stronger than football, which I'm not saying football is gay. I'm saying it could be really gay in a second if it wanted to, all right? Men in color-coordinated, matching spandex outfits that are so fucking tight, you can see every little crack and nuance of their ass. And then they bend over and they line up their asses with a precision that only a gay couple trying to figure out where to set the couch in relationship to the fireplace could truly appreciate. And they bend over. How's mine? Is mine okay? We'll move over a little bit. Bad time to cough. Fuck me. And if one little ass cheek is out of place, they do one of the gayest things I've ever seen. Time, wait, hold it, Heiner out of place. Oh, then they reset. Then they gotta reset anyway. It's one little thing out of place. And I'm not sure they're calling for a time. I think they might be calling for a tea bag because you can't hear them. See, that kind of shit you can't really perform, but we're sort of in a private little zone here, all right? Fuck me. But if something goes wrong in a game too, they beat the fuck out of each other, and then something goes horribly wrong. Then they call in the gayest of all gay of the players, the field goal kicker. He's 98 pounds. His uniform is never dirty. He's over there warming up on the sideline like a rocket. I can't even do it. Can't have enough kicking, but the leg will fly up. He's over there warming up like a rocket. Radio City Music Hall. And then he comes running out. He can't just kick it. No, he has his friend kneels down in front of him. How gay is that? He's going to hold the ball for his friend with a finger. Isn't that nice on a Sunday afternoon? And again, he can't just kick it. He has to put his toe there and choreograph every step. And he goes back and 1 and 2 and 3 and turn and kick. And then they don't just let him kick it. they want to fuck with him a little bit. They go, watch this, right when he's ready to kick, they'll go, time, hot, and they got to fucking reset again, you motherfuckers. I'm not used to being able to perform that without kicking. I don't fucking kick shit all around this fucking room here. But that brings me to the 2-minute warning, which should be warning. The last 2 minutes of this game is going to take a whole fucking hour. That's what's wrong with that. Nobody could ever explain to me how the last 2 minutes of a game could take a whole fucking hour. It's just something that's fucked up there. And that's, again, ladies, that's where you have to call us guys out on our bullshit. Because when you're late, we almost burst a fucking bowling ball. And we exaggerate. Same assholes who bust your balls because you're 10 minutes late and they say it's a whole hour won't think twice about watching the last 2 minutes of a game take a whole fucking hour. That's double standard bullshit. Call us out on football time because we deserve it. Say, I'll be ready in 10 minutes and take 30 on purpose. And then when he comes in, he's all fucking mad. You're a whole fucking hour late. Oh no. I have 45 seconds left, 1 timeout, and a challenge. And if you have a yellow scarf, throw that fucker down and walk out of the room. Then come back in and make a big announcement. If you have like a karaoke machine, turn that fucker on, but don't have the volume up. It'll be like the referees do. Oh, sorry. After further review from my girlfriend across the street, the original shade of lipstick, autumn beige, stands as called. Let's go out to dinner. I know I performed this shit very recently, but I'm fucking streaming and zooming. I don't even fucking know what day it is. Oh, New Year's Eve. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. Are there any questions?
Somebody said, Amish, are you sick? Apple cider vinegar with mother and honey in water will help.
Apple cider vinegar sounds like the worst thing. I think vinegar for the Amish is like the all-purpose fluid. I mean, you can put it on the driveway and it kills flies. I'm not sick. I'm just a little dry because I did like a 30-minute thing before this, and now I'm like, and I have allergies, and I probably should have allowed more time in between shows so I could hydrate. We'll be back with more reasons why I will never ever drink vinegar after this break from our sponsor. Fuck me in a bucket. I think I had more football stuff too, and I just can't fucking remember anything anymore. Here's my notes. Stripper Wawa. It actually says in my notes, that just, it actually says Stripper Wawa in there. I don't know why, but it does. Oh, I know. Again, this is what I performed when I was on Broadway earlier tonight. A fucking pretentious douchebag I am. When people come see an Amish comedian, I really don't know what they expect. And they come there, some of them are expecting to hear the same old stupid Amish jokes. What does it take to make an Amish woman happy? Just 2 men a night. I don't tell stupid fucking jokes like that. Don't even fucking laugh at that at home. Shame on you if people ask me dumb shit. Like, what goes bang, clip, clop, plop, bang, clip, clop, plop. Amish drive-by shooting. It's a stupid fucking joke. When the buggy breaks down, do we have 4-way flashers? Yeah, I light the candle and I blow it out, then I light the candle and I blow it out. Stupid fucking joke. You won't hear any of that shit in my show. I don't care if you wonder if my people have sex with sheep. Yes. Mystery solved. How about that? For crying out loud. So people ask me, how could you give it all up? How could you leave the Amish lifestyle? I mean, how could you give it all up? All what? All that nothing? All that farming my balls off 16 hours a day under a hot August sun in a black suit waiting to burst into flames? Dressed for my own funeral. If I drop dead, they could just dig a hole and just fucking throw me right in the hole. How could I give that up? No cold beer in the fridge, no fucking fridge in the fridge. How could I give it up? Answer is just a flush away. Indoor plumbing. I can go in there without a Playboy magazine and have a woohoo in there. If you ever go in there after someone's flushed and like your cat or dogs staring at the toilet, going around, that's me. totally mesmerized. People ask me, well, how do you leave the Amish? Well, you don't really need that grand of a scheme. You don't have to tunnel out. You don't run to McDonald's and yell, I defect. I just walked. Found a spot where there were no Amish, and I just walked away from them. And since we all look the same, I don't think them peckerheads even miss me yet. And even if they did, what are their options? There's no Amish FBI agency where you can file a missing farming persons report. Do you have any recent photographs of the missing Amishman? I know you fuckers got that, right? I know you got that. And that brings me to the thing, the milk carton. The missing person on the milk carton is the least amount of effort you could possibly do to find a missing person. The logic being, you got the Fruit Loops there, you're in the kitchen, ready to have your morning breakfast. You look at the milk, you see the kid, you look around the kitchen. Well, he's not here, fuck it, I've done enough. Couple problems with that for my people is, A, we don't use a milk carton, we get that shit right out of the spigot. B, we're not allowed to have our pictures on anything. Best case scenario is they could put a sign on the cow, slap it in the ass, and the cow would walk around the town, and people would read the sign that would say, if you've seen anybody that looks like me or you, tell them to go home. I fucked that up a little bit because I'm tired, and Sparky walked from this shoulder behind my head to that shoulder, which I'm kind of used to, but it was just enough to fucking throw off my balance. A lot of Happy New Year's in there. Happy New Year to everybody. I really appreciate the support. I really don't know how my wife and I could have got through this year, this pandemic, without you. Absolutely incredible. We didn't, none of us planned on this, did we? Oh, tomorrow is the day that all the Twilight Zones are on. And they have commercials in them, so I will just watch them on Netflix. But it's kind of like a tradition. How about that? Fuck me in a bucket of goo. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything here. Got to this. Got to that. Yeah, I don't really have anything all that much more exciting to say. You fuckers, again, absolutely incredible. Again, any questions you have in the chat, you know that I'm out of shit when I'm like, any questions in the chat? Then I look, then there's none. Any questions in the chat? And I look, then there's none. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. Oh, I know. Big finale. Here we go. I know I'm going to choke. I know what's going to happen. At the Zoom on Broadway. Did I mention that? Zoom on Broadway. Apparently, I was the only comedian who cursed. There was a little bit, but I was letting them fly. When people don't like my show, typically that's why, because it's a dreaded word, fuck. Alexa, stop. That gets me to an hour. And it gets stuck in their head, and they get real OCD about it, and somehow that becomes my fault. And it's just like, if you don't like the word fuck, then when my show is over, you should be okay. And that should be it. See, well, I didn't really care for it. You said fuck this and fuck that. But people get OCD about it, and I guess they make appointments with their therapist. The fucking Amish guy, he said fuck this and fuck that, and I can't stop saying fuck, and pass me the fucking salt. And the wife says, you don't use that kind of fucking language at the fucking table. See, it's fucking happening to you too. You are one OCD motherfucker, and then you should be okay because it's just words. That's all it is. And especially this past year, I don't think there's enough cursing going on for all the shit we put up with. I found a loophole in the system. Geezers can curse their way to the front of any line, and no power or persuasion will stop them. When I go full gray, I'm going to head off to Walmart, load up a shopping cart with 10,000 books for the latest technology, and then I will line up in the worst checkout line that I can find, and I will stand there and proudly shit in my Bermuda shorts in the middle of winter, and as the shit rolls down my legs, every retard in the red vest with a walkie-talkie will be my personal customer assistant. I won't even have to pay for shit. They'll wipe up my legs. Congratulations, sir. You're our 1 millionth customer. If we can just wipe up your leg, and we'll escort you out the special winner's door at the back. Congratulations. Now, if you are a geezer, or you know a geezer, here's some shit you can try tomorrow. You're ninth in line at the McDonald's. There's hatred, there's tension. Behind the counter, 3 retards trying to pour 1 cup of coffee, and they can't do it. And get off my politically correct ass about the word retard. I mean no disrespect to anyone with physical or mental challenges. I just mean normal people that are really fucking dumb. You've seen them out there. That's who we're talking about. That's your cue, geezer, to launch a verbal airstrike into the side of their head. We who are late are counting on you. Shake up the system a bit. If you have one of them walking things, slam it down. They're real fucking scary. You say, you, McDickhead. I'm talking to you, you lazy McShufflin McMotherfucker. Let's go. We're McLate. We're getting McFucking fired. We have McFucking places to go, McFucking things to do. You're young. You got your whole McFucking life ahead of you. You don't really give a McFuck, do you? But I could be dead any McFucking minute, couldn't I? And I don't want to spend the last McFucking minutes of my McFucking life waiting for your lazy McFucking ass to make my last McFucking breakfast. Now, I want a large McFucking coffee and an egg McMustard. That kid's wasted in there. He hacked the system, and he's fucking going places if he can hack that system. And I'm all excited here. And that Pecker says, please pull up to the first window. And that's why I want you to rally and take a stand with me, because they've done it all of us. Would you mind just pulling off to that spot, and we'll bring this thing out for you? Yes, I would mind, since you asked my opinion. See, I only ordered 1 McFucking item. And I look in there, and I see at least 5 McDickheads running around, not doing much of anything. So here's what we're going to do. You, McDickhead, you will go out and you will stand in the McHolding spot of McShame, the McHumiliation of McFucking fast food, the McPenalty box of McFast food, and all the other McDickheads in there will focus all their power on getting me my 1 McFucking cheeseburger without McFucking mustard. Don't even start that happy horse shit where you tilt your McFucking head and say I didn't say no McMustard, because I took a screenshot of the order and I tweeted it to my McFucking Instagram. So don't even play that game. And when I hold it up like this here, you can go the McFuck back in. Now, would you believe he had the McBalls to say to me after all that shit, sir, this is a CVS pharmacy drive-up prescription window. Happy New Year. I love yous. Stay safe. And we will get through this. If I figure out how to turn this off.